Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. It's Lycan Warlord, the stash. Hello, everyone. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time for some Moonville walkthrough videos. Today we're going to do my favorite thing, and that was sarcasm. Doing a start in the desert without any NFTs and without using river edges. So I just wanted to show the town I have right now. It's a mess. I'm about to run out of cash. Had so many rollbacks and issues. Auto sell not working. It's not working right now, as a matter of fact. But we're going to try and trudge through it as best we can. I'm going to change to the right screen. That would be nice. Change to the right screen. Here we go. All right, free to play 2. I'm going to go ahead and go in there, and we'll go over the desert real quick because as soon as I get into my new town, I want to get right into the action. So in your desert, you're going to have this dark matter crystal. Now, this dark matter crystal is the same thing as an oil seep. Oil seep provides passive crude oil in Townstar, and in this game, Moonville, dark matter will provide passive dark matter. It's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1 all the way out. You need 2 crude oil, or in this case dark matter, for your power plant and for your refinery. So when we build our town, we're going to make sure that we do not demolish this, because you can sell it for 120,000. I would not do that. You want to keep it. Good news is I'm going to do this without rivers. So this edge and this edge is actually a river, and it's producing passive moon dew, or passive water. And I'm going to get this square back again, but I'm not going to use that because I want to be able to show you guys how to do it without the river. If you have a river, please use it. There's 5 passive water in every one of these squares. So if you were to build one pond right here, let's say, you could put 3 star steel growing right there, and you'd have all the water you need. So we're not going to do that, though, so that it is challenging. And we're going to get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is look on the map and see where my town is, so I remember. Okay, it's right here by this city, which I'm trying to click and it's not showing me. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm right here. This map gives me fits. I don't like the map. All right, destroy base. So that's something you can do in this game that you can't do in Townstar, is destroy it from the world map, which is nice. Click destroy base. I'm going to type in the code, and we are going to begin. Now, if you look, I was right here. We're going to click this spot. That gives me 1 trade fee, and it's going to give me the 2 river edges. Now, mind you, I'm not going to use that right now. I will use it later once we're done with this video, because it is an extreme advantage to be in the desert and have 2 rivers. So, here we go. Town starting. So, we're going to ignore the tip, build a star steel mine. Yeah, I got to do that. So, again, we're going to ignore that this is water, so I'm going to make sure I don't build anything near it. Now, what I can do is I have 1 pond right here. So what I want to do is I have enough money to make another pond. What we're going to do is go ahead and build some more moon wells, so that way we have water that we need to make the ponds, but also that we can do any crops that we need. Okay. 5 should be enough. We'll go ahead and I'm going to put... I don't want to have to demolish any of this expensive stuff, right? So this is extremely cheap to demo. So I'm thinking we'll go ahead and put a pond here maybe. We'll go maybe this row right here of ponds. Also remind you, I want to not be too close to this, because I'm going to have to put my my gas production, or my light shard production, somewhere near this to get its advantage. So that means I'd probably put it over here in this direction somewhere. So let's go ahead and assume I'm going to do this pond. So click infrastructure, and then we're going to click Moondrops Field, or also known as a pond. And I don't want to spend any more than that right now, but I do want to build 1. So we'll see what happens. I don't have any star steel. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to build a star steel mine, as it asked me to do. And then we're going to need someone that can harvest that star steel. So we're going to make a lumberjack, or in this case, forager hub, as you can see the tip is telling me to do. So forager hub is our lumberjack. They're going to get the wood, which in this case is star steel. I'm going to try and not call it by its town star name, but forgive me. I'm been doing it for so long, you know. So we're going to go ahead and sell 2 batches of... Nope, that's not what I want. Don't do that, because demolish your trade depot. I'm going to go ahead and sell moon seed. I'm not going to use auto sell right now because I want to make sure I stay in control of everything. And last time I did auto sell, it went ahead and started selling my gasoline or my light shards. Okay, I've still got 11, so I'm going to go ahead and hit trade again. And we're going to do another batch of moon seed. Now, I'm normally I would maybe demolish my container of things, which is the silo, but I'm actually going to be doing purple sweet, which I think everyone probably can do easily. So to do that, we need a bunch of Mountain Dew. That's what I want to call it, Mountain Dew. Need a bunch of Moon Dew, which, as you can tell, we're building that right now, right? So once this gets the water it needs, the Moon Dew it needs, then we will have wood. Now what's interesting is they're building this Moondrops field first instead of putting the Moon Dew in the Star Steel mine, which is fine. Not a big deal. We'll make it work. Once that's done, we'll start having the wood for these other wells. So I'm kind of being counterproductive here. Let's just go ahead and we'll wait on that pond, but we know that's going to go there. I want to build these wells first. So I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. Now, every time there's Moon Dew, they're going to bring it to our friend, the Star Steel mine. Okay, so I'm going to time lapse all this, try and make it as short a video as possible for you guys. But essentially, I'm going to keep selling the wheat or moon seed so that I can get a little bit of cash in, but I don't want to waste too much of my light shards doing that. So once this is built, then we can make our pond here and maybe another pond. We'll see how much cash I've got. But probably just going to leave the one pond there. And our next step is going to be to build a windmill, which in this game is called a sun wind collector. Now, when we look at that real quick, you'll notice that it's affected by airflow block or wind block, right? It has a proximity effect of 3 heat. Now, what does it not have a proximity effect of? That's correct. Wind block, airflow block. So that means you can actually stack these all next to each other, which is not something you can do in Townstar. In Townstar, you have to keep your windmills spaced out. Here, you can stick them next to each other. So because of that fact, we don't want to be around any of this that's going to produce that heat that is going to affect us, right? Or that wind block that's going to affect us. So if we look at, let's say, the metal depot, right? Metal depot produces 1 airflow block, so we don't want to be near that. My builder, my constructor has 2 air block and 2 heat, so I don't want to be near that. So this is my forger hub. I would imagine it's probably the same thing, where it's going to have what? It's going to have wind block and heat block. So the good news is that just means you can group all of your windmills together. And what we're going to do is stick them pretty much in this corner, kind of by themselves. But again, that's because I'm trying not to use all that water that I have right there. I have a lot of water right there. Notice that I have my crop 5 squares away from the river edge, so it's not getting any passive water from that. If I were to come any closer, I would be getting a passive water effect from the river, and I'm trying not to do that. So I want to give you guys an accurate measurement of what's going on as possible. Okay, so we're going to keep making Moondew here. I'm going to go ahead and sell these because I have 10. This will be my last sell of the Moonseed. I don't want to spend any more money doing that. So we're going to go ahead and delete them like I just did. One thing of note as well, these workers don't seem to ever really use the roads. So feel free to demo some of the roads to get you a little extra cash, because they don't seem to care. They just go, they can fly, right? What do they need roads for? They can fly. You need the roads to build certain items. That's for sure. For instance, this transport node does not need a road, so I can delete that road. And that's saving me just a little bit of money, right? He needs a road, so I put him here. I wouldn't want to delete that one. We'll leave him be. Now, we're almost there. One more wood, and we should be able to get enough water to fill this up pretty quickly. But I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse this. I'm going to come back when all my wells are built, and we're building the pond's done. Okay? Alrighty, so you can see I've got 2 ponds now, and I've got 2 star steel mines. Could I put more? Yes. Should I put more? We can. Doesn't really matter. We've got enough work, but we'll put another one in just cause. This should be almost done building. Now we've got plenty of water for all of these. So my farmer should always be grabbing water and putting them on the star steel mines until we get enough Moondew. Excuse me. Now, I didn't want to put these down until that was done because I didn't want that worker coming build the windmill, the sun wind collector, until I was ready. I'm going to go ahead and do 2, and here's why. Because I'm not spending that money on another pond, which I very well could. We could do that. Let's do that. Let's play the smart move. Let's use that money for another pond, which we're going to go ahead and put right here. Actually, you know what? If I put it there, it's going to get 1 passive water. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give you guys false hope. So we'll put it where I know it's going to get passive water. I know it's just 1 water, but we're going to try and keep this. We're going to pretend like I don't have those rivers there, even though I do. So it just means I have to be more conscientious of what I do. Which also means we would probably move that Moondew this way. So after this Moondew is done, we'll demo it and bring it right here. As far as what we can sell in the meantime, we'll probably sell a couple star steels. Give us a little bit of extra cash. Give us a little bit of a buffer while we wait for our first sell of purple sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause it, speed up here, and I will come back once this pond is done and this sun wind collector is done. All right. Alright, so I have my Sunwind collector done. I added in another botanist, another farmer, and we're going to go ahead and turn produce on, and we're going to do purple sweet. Purple sweet sells for 170,000 loons, and I don't know the stars just yet, but we'll find out shortly. One thing you need to pay attention to is I need anti-salt pond, which is basically sugar cane. So we're not gonna have enough water for this yet. So what we'll do is eventually put some more. We'll put some more ponds in later. I'm thinking maybe like here and here and here, somewhere in there, because these are not much. They don't cost much to demo those. Excuse me. One thing we have to be careful of, this cargo station, believe produces pollution. So we'll go ahead and look at shipment down here at the bottom. Click on the eye. Sure enough, it has 2 pollution. Okay, and then also what's next to it is my fuel tank. For those of you Townstar minded, which is also known in this game as a Shards composer. So that is your fuel tank, and it has 3 proximity pollution. So that means basically if I put anything here that's affected by pollution, I should be good, but if I put it here, I will be affected by both this and this. So I could demo this and put a pond or a well. I could put a well here as well. Essentially, I want to make sure there's enough water to do whatever I need to be done. In this case, it's going to be not only my star steel, but I want to grow my anti-salt ponds as fast as possible. So just to remind everyone, this is a windmill, but it's not affected by wind block by other summon collectors. So realistically, we can stack up summon collectors all we want right here, as long as they aren't affected. As long as they're not. What is the effect called? Thermal. What is it? Heat. As long as there's not heat around it, we should be good. Excuse me. Yeah. As long as we don't put anything that's affected by heat around the summon collector, they don't cause their air block to themselves. So we can stack all these up in a corner, which is what we'll do. Put one here, and then we can put a road here and put 2 here. Put a road here, stack them. So we can have a nice little corner of windmills there. All right, those are done. Go ahead and click done. See how these are all 30 seconds because there's no negative effect on them, so they're at their fastest. In the meantime, we are growing star steel, and what I'm going to do is click trade. For those of you who don't know how to use the auto sell, you can click on trade, and then auto sells up here at the top, or if you click on your avatar in the top left hand corner, click on auto sell here in the menu, it takes you to the same thing. Now you see how I defaulted to that? I don't like how I did that, but we're gonna just say that's what we want anyway. Just be careful it doesn't put your light shards in there, because that will be a bad thing. You will have to most likely start over if you get rid of all of your gasoline, your selling devices. Other than that, you see my costs right here on the left. This is my loons per minute. It's my employee cost. One thing I noticed in this different from Townstar is that like the sheep pen or the gigi pen, like all the animals actually have a minute rate, which Townstar doesn't have. So there's something you have to be careful of. Another reason why it just makes the most sense to do the windmill, do the purple suite, because it sells for more cash, and it has an employee cost, and you're good. You know what I mean? It's already, you've already, why pay an employee cost for the wool if you can just pay an employee cost for this and you got more. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna fast forward until we make our first purple suite sale, and then we'll go from there. We'll build some more things. So all right. So quickly, I want to say that this is going to take a while. So instead of recording all of this and fast forwarding it, I'm going to just stop recording and then start recording again right before I make the next sale, just so I don't have this huge file to edit. What I will say is this: I'm still selling Star Steel to make sure I don't run out of money. So if I come to trade, you can see Purple Suite's going to sell for 170,000, which is great. If I need to sell Purple Anti-Salt, I can. I have that as a backup thing to sell. And then I have Star Steel, which is 20,000 per. So one sell of that is basically going to get me a little over 10 minutes of employee time. So that's enough to last me until I get my first Purple Sweet sale. Once I get that sale, I'm not going to sell any more wood. I'm just going to be selling that. So one thing to keep in mind is I made another botanist. I made another botanist, but he was going to sleep. So I don't want him going to sleep. I want him working. So if they're going to sleep, like one just went to sleep here, if he stayed asleep a really long time, I'd delete him. But when I put this next pond in, I'm going to have even less work for them to do. So in reality, I have two options. I'll put a pond here and then add more things to grow. That way they have more work to keep doing. Or, you know, we have options. So you see, you have to play it, right? Play it, see how it feels. That moondew is ready. That moondew is ready. That moondew is ready. So they should have a lot of work to do, right? They shouldn't be going to sleep. So what we're going to do to escalate things is put another anti-salt pond here, and that should give them stuff to do, I guess, is my point. So hopefully that happens, but that's kind of what we're going to play by ear as we move forward in here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here and then I'll do a test edit and I'll come back before the next the first sale of Purple Sweet. All right, bye. And recording. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we're back. I didn't get right at the point where I made 10 Purple Sweet, but I now have 12 Purple Sweet. For those of you who don't know, the Purple Sweets are stored in your vault. Your vault is the same thing as your storehouse in Townstar. Now, what I am going to do is I don't need to sell any more Star Steel, some trees. So I'm going to come to Auto Sell, and I'm going to do two things first. I think it's glitchy and it won't let you just remove it. So the first thing we're going to do is left click on Purple Sweet, and you see how it adds it in now. And we're going to leave it keep amount 0. So what keep amount means is, let's say you need Purple Sweet to make something, which you do in your higher crafts. So that there's always one in stock, you would put keep amount at 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. So your sell amount is 10. So 10 plus your keep amount is how many will stay in your inventory, in your stock, until it sells. So we're going to leave it at 0 for right now because we want to sell. As soon as we get 10, we want to sell it because we want the cash. I am going to go ahead and remove Star Steel. So now it's just selling Purple Sweet. Now what we need to do is let this cell go through, and then there we go. Now we got 255,000 cash. We're going to go ahead and add in another pond. So infrastructure and Moondrop Fields, and we're going to let him go ahead and fill that up. And when we do that, that is going to speed up how much Star Steel we're making and how much purple anti-salt. We'll still have a lot of work for our workers, but at the end of the day, we'll go with that. Now what I do want to consider is possibly moving my container of things closer to where these guys are going to be. I'm expecting, we're going to go ahead and plot it out. I'm expecting to put a road here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Put a road there, and then we'll probably have another road here. We'll see. Anyway, my point is this needs to be not in range of the container of things. Why? Because the container of things, if we go to our shop here, container of things has proximity effects of 3 airflow block and 3 heat. Now the airflow block will for sure affect our sun wind collector. So 3 away, if I'm planning on putting one here, that means 3 would be right here. So if I put it there, it would still be too close. So what we can do is demo this, put a road here, and this is all in preparation, of course, for us to actually do what we need to do. So I'm going to delete this, right? And that's where we'll put the container of things, the silo. So we're going to go ahead and sell that. Selling this is 72,000, so we'll go ahead and do that after he grabs. Well, he doesn't need the anti-salt right now, so we'll go ahead and put our container of things, which is 96,000. So it leaves with 39,000 loons. I'm pretty sure we can sell our next batch of purple salt in time, especially once this construction site is done. So we need one more moon dew there, and it'll fill it up, and we'll be good to go. So that's all I'm going to do right now. Worst case scenario, I run out of cash. I will make a sale of either Star Steel or Purple Anti-Salt, but I will come back in time if we need to do that. All right, see you in a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We are about to make our 10th purple suite here and go get that sale through. Now, been sitting here thinking for a while, and we have a full silo or container of things of the anti-salt, purple anti-salt, right? And we have a full metal depot full of Star Steel. So instead of spending the next sale on a pond, let's build another windmill or sun wind collector, because we want to speed up how fast we're making money. And yes, this sun wind collector is going to cost us some money. Yes, it will. But cost us money. It's going to cost us money per minute, but we'll be making purple anti-sweet faster. And I think after our next sell, perhaps we go ahead and put in another pond. Probably going to put it in here. But after this is built, we'll turn it on, and then we will time lapse again. If I'm doing anything in here, I might demo some moon wells if I need to, because we don't need as many of them as we had in the past. So that's some extra cash that I can get back. I've noticed they don't even touch this one over here, so we can demo that as cash gets lower. But these don't cost us anything to be here, so I will keep them until worst case scenario. I'll have it there. But yeah, I mean, we have two options. We do this, do another windmill next time, sunwind collector, or we put another pond in right here. So we'll kind of see how the purple anti-salt and the star steel does with two sunwind collectors pulling from it. If we still have a decent amount in our inventory, then we'll go ahead and put another sunwind collector in. But basically, the next parts of this video are going to be building a new windmill or pond, and then selling purple anti-salt. That is our goal. We have notice how it's 30 seconds, right? So even though it's right next to this other one, it's not getting any blockage, because these do not have wind block on them. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward now, and we'll be back before the next sale. Alrighty, we're back. So I'm about to make my 10th purple sweet, and looking at what happened, I did have to sell a batch of star steel to make up some cash, but I think we're going to go ahead and put another sunwind collector in. I want to continue to speed up how fast I am making things, and what we'll do is go ahead and put a well, maybe like right here, somewhere closer to the ones that they're using, and maybe get rid of another one that's like in this corner here, so that's a little closer for them to get the water, because that's really the only thing that's holding us back on the purple anti-salt is the water. But I think that might help a little bit. Without, again, what we'll do after this next sell is we'll go ahead and put in that third pond. We'll put that other pond in here, and that'll definitely help things, speed things along, and keep our inventory fresh and full and what we need it to be. So once this sunwind collector is built, turn it on, and we'll be making more purple anti-salt. Purple sweet, rather, excuse me. Come on, baby. Give me that one more. Give me that one here. Two more. Two more wood. Give me 2 wood. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Put the wood down. Put the wood down. See how it's not grabbing it? I think this is part of whatever issue this game has. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that and see if that helps trigger the builder. So he basically just stopped building. I guess they're fighting over who has the 1 star steel. That's my only guess, is that these 2 guys need star steel. This guy does. He's not grabbing it. But the builder has stopped building. One thing I can say is just do the refresh the page and see if that helps. A lot of the issues we've been having are sometimes solved by refreshing. That's what I'm going to go with, and we'll see. And when I refresh, it changes all of my settings as well. That's something else that I would like to see fixed. I turned that brightness down a lot, and the game just did what it wanted. So, again, this is an alpha, so it's fine. It'll be all right. That's a little too dark. We'll go up one more notch, back up. But I see my builder has stopped building, which is unfortunate. So it has something to do with either being too few in the storage or too much in the storage. I'm really not sure. But now he's back to building. So this will be up, and I'm going to go ahead and place that well back that I had. Where is she at? Where is she at? There she is. Okay. This one is now active. We're going to go ahead and put it on purple sweet. Again, notice how we have all of these close to each other, but yet they all are at 30 seconds. So again, something different than Townstar, where the windmills produce shade or air wind block. In Townstar, the Sunwind collectors do not produce that here, which I guess makes sense if you think about it, but also not, you know. But whatever, I'm not complaining. It'll make it better and easier for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and move this right here. We'll do this process again, trying to make it as efficient for my workers as possible. And yeah, as you can see, I've pretty much run out of anti-salt, so we'll put another one down, and hopefully we can fill all the things. So I will be back when it's time for the next sale. So all right, so quickly, almost ran out of cash, right? So what I was going to do is turn off one of these and use that to sell Star Steel. And I also demoed one of my wells in hopes that that will help curb the tide in my production. Now, they haven't touched these dew wells. I don't know why. But, you know, whatever. Hopefully they touch it. But worst case, you know, we'll demolish whatever we got to demolish to make sure we're good. I would like to sell one more batch of Star Steel, but yeah, we'll have to wait for it to fill up here. But yeah, that just wanted to say that. So I jumped in. I had to save the day because the early part of the game, you really have to make sure you're managing how much cash you've got, how much your employees cost, all that stuff. So be back in a bit. All right. Don't know what's going on here. They're not grabbing any of the water from any of these wells. They're not picking anything up. They've got enough to pay for their their cost. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this is part of the AI bugs that we've been dealing with for the past couple days. It's rather frustrating because there's no explanation logically why it's doing that. It just is. Um, Now I refresh and all of a sudden they're working. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that other than alpha. That's pretty much all I got. And of course this doesn't save, which is rather frustrating. But that's whatever. I mean, are they going to stay awake? Are they going to go to sleep? All of these have moon dew. So let's see if they actually grab them. But there was a trick where you could basically stop the moon well, and restart it, and that would prompt some things to go down. So let's see if that actually progresses. I'm trying to sell 10 star steel. So if I can get to that magic number, I will. We'll see what happens. Should be 8 right there. Unless he takes it. And there's 9. And there's 10. So hopefully we've got enough to make a 10 sale. And that'll give us enough cash to last until we get our next 2 purple anti-salt. Again, these are kind of just weird bugs we have to deal with. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go back into speed up mode. Alright, so we should have our 10th purple sweet any second now. When that goes through, we're going to go ahead and make another pond. And hopefully we will be upping our wood, our star steel, and our purple anti-sweet production at the same time. So come to infrastructure. Moondrop's field is 160,000 loons. So we are it's going to be real tight. It's going to be real tight. We are going to have to for sure do some hard work here to make sure that we don't run out of cash. We really don't have many options here other than turning off these when they get done, like this guy, and hoping that we can sell a couple of star steel. Now I know we're wasting a lot of our light shards, and that's okay because we're not going to have to spend as much money to make what we need for this. So after this purchase, essentially we could just ride out these 3 windmills. We might do one more. We'll see, so that it speeds up the process a little bit. But to get to gas production or light shard production, we're going to need 2 dark condensers, I believe is what they're called. Dark converter, excuse me. 2 dark converters, and then we're going to have We've already got a fuel tank, so we're probably not going to move that one unless we absolutely have to. And then we're going to use, where is it at? Here we are. Moondew compressor to make our Moondew orbs, which are the water drums. And we're also going to make solar turbines, which again, solar turbines are affected by airflow block but don't cause airflow block on each other. So we can actually stack these up just like we did with the sun wind collectors, to give us the passive energy that we need to make all the things. So hopefully we're close here. Worst case, I mean, I can demo it if I need to make the cache, but I'd rather not. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. And after this is built, the star steel should be flying off the shelves here. So we should be good and be able to get our cell of 10 in, and then we can crank back up our windmills. So if I put it there, I would get 3 water, 4 water. Yeah, I'd get 4. That wouldn't be enough. If I put it here, I'd get, I'd actually have enough. I'd have 2, 4, 5, I have 6. So kind of stuck here. I don't want to spend the money to demo that if it can be helped. We're going to let him do this next purple suite, and then we'll turn him off and get a sale of star steel out the door, and then we will be back. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just wanted to point out that the windmill guys stopped going get star steel, and now we're just waiting for the forger hub to bring it to them, which that's how it works in Townstar. The lumberjacks would bring the wood to the windmills. I was curious as to why they weren't getting any wood, and I flushed the metal depot, and I noticed that he's not bringing it to the metal depot anymore. He's bringing it to them. So I don't know. I feel like time and time again the AI is just confused, or it gets stuck in a loop, or something happens. So at this point in the build process, you really have to be paying attention to what's going on. Make sure you don't run out of cash. Make sure that there's not something like that happening. These kind of little bugs don't happen in Townstar. There are other bugs in Townstar, but this one specifically is just it's a peculiar one. So just wanted to come in here and say that I'm probably going to have to sell some star steel, but we might get lucky. We got 5 purple sweet. That's number 6. This will be 7. This will be 8, and then I'll need 2 more. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how close we get. After that next sale, though, I'm thinking putting in another farmer, another botanist, and another forager or lumberjack. I'll call him lumberjack. See how he stopped working now? I'm so confused. He's not grabbing these. And I don't know how to. I don't know. I can't start that craft. So I'm kind of at a loss here. He's not pulling these, and I don't know why. So we're gonna let's watch it real quick and see if he grabs either of these. No, he just goes to sleep. Okay, so something's happening and it's not triggering these. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that and put them back and see if it triggers. So again, this is not what I would say is normal behavior. This is just something you have to be diligent in while you're watching. Again, there's really no consequences right now because there's no competition or anything. We're just trying to learn the game, right? But they're not bringing water to it. It's like it doesn't exist. It's almost like the AI forgets the game. It forgets it exists. I don't know. So many little things. But we're going to try and hold out and get to the next Purple Sweet sale. But I may have to demo a well if I, worst case. So, be back. All right, we are back in, and we're gonna have a sale go through right now. We are saved. Excuse me. So, I don't know, man. Fighting this AI. What we are gonna do, put some more wells back in, because we don't have enough money to do what I want to do, which is put another pond in. However, we're going to make do with what we got for now. One more sale of purple salt and we'll put another pond in, and that should help solve some of the problems we're having with the watering. Now, let's go ahead and double check. A botanist, which is our farmer, creates airflow block and heat. Okay? But it doesn't create pollution, and the wells are affected by pollution. If we come to the moon well, you can see here it's only affected by pollution, not by shade, not by heat. So we should be okay putting a forager or a botanist right there next to these wells. Notice how they're 30, right? 30 seconds. So what we're going to do is place another botanist, and we're going to place, we don't want to get too close to this because this is actually growing and it will be affected by the heat. And I know that because if we come to Star Steel Mine, it's affected by heat and by pollution. Same thing with the anti-salt pond, heat and pollution. So I know that these buildings produce what? 2, right? So if I put it here, that's my 2, right? And then this is fine. If I put it here, that's my 2. We should still be good. So let's go ahead and try it. We're going to go ahead and put a forager hub in. Again, we got a little bit of leeway here now. But what I'm going to do is probably demo this and put a Star Steel Mine here as well. I'm hoping with these extra farmers that will boost what I need to boost. I got 6 water there. That's a lot. That's only 1 moon dew they need to drop off there. Obviously, my purple salt, anti-salt is slowing me down. So we'll go ahead and put another one here. Again, that's another reason why I didn't buy another pond or summon collector, because realistically, I don't have the cash. So where I would put one next, we're gonna demo. Put one here. Put one here. Put one here. For now, that would be good. I'm not gonna demo these right now because I'm probably gonna put the next one there. And again, I'm still good. I'm in that 3 range. I'm out of range of the container of things causing an issue. Wood is good to go now. That's the good news. We got plenty of wood, so hopefully that keeps everything on the up and up, and we're just behind on purple anti-salt. So we'll watch it. This, if I put a purple anti-salt here, I'd actually be good. It would just pop on its own. So maybe we do that. Maybe we switch these two, because we have plenty of star steel, right? So let's go ahead and try that. Let's put a anti-salt here, and we'll put a tree or a star steel mine there. Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see if that keeps our wood up and our purple anti-salt up, and I will be back at the next sale. Alright, so I just wanted to come in here real quick and talk about this. It's beyond frustrating when you've got everything set up right, but it's refusing to do what it needs to do, right? This well is ready. This well is ready. This well is ready. That one's been picked up. That one's not been picked up. This one has. This one hasn't. Like, there are things that need moon dew, but people are sleeping. They're sleeping. Why are they sleeping? There's work to do. Ain't no time to sleep. There's work to do. That's holding me back up. I can't make the purple sweet if you won't fill the damn container of things with the purple anti-salt. I mean, I just don't get why the AI is getting so hung up. But that's another reason why you want to use passive water. All these problems I'm having, about half of them probably would be eliminated if I was able to use the passive water from this river edge and from this river edge. Again, I'm choosing to do this as hard as possible to show you it's possible, and that way you can learn and go from there. I'm suffering for all of you, so I hope you appreciate it, but damn, it's annoying. This is just like, I should have already had purple sweets by now. I should already be making my next sale. It's just frustrating. Like, why are they sleeping? Why are they sleeping? Look, this all needs water. This needs water. That needs water. That needs water. That's producing. That needs water. Like, why? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Just frustrating. I'll come back in, I guess, if the next sale makes it or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Alright, so we made our sale. Yay, we made it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is put a pond, because I'm tired of them not doing their job. So we're going to go ahead and put a pond in here. A Moondrops Field is the appropriate name. And the construction guy is not grabbing these. So we're going to go ahead and do the turn them off, turn them back on trick. And that should trigger him to do his job. Also, this one doesn't appear to get picked up by the workers. So hopefully all of those combined, and we should have water. So we'll see. We'll see if a construction guy grabs them. If he doesn't, you know what we're going to do? We're going to refresh the page. No one's grabbed this yet, so we're gonna stop produce. Now notice this is somehow, yeah, it's showing 60 seconds, but it's doing 30 seconds. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I need the construction worker. There we go. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright. Oh, let's see. Let's see. That's one. Okay. Now can you make another one? I'm going to go ahead and do what I wanted to do before, which was put more wells in. For now, let's see if he's willing to make those wells. Let's just do one. I don't want to run out of cash. But getting this pond in here, this Moondrops field, that will help us get all this purple anti-salt up. Once we get it up and we have full all the anti-salt, then we can go ahead and add in another summon collector, which will of course speed things up. So I will go ahead and be back after the next sale. I know, riveting stuff, guys. All right, so we made another sale of purple sweet, and what we're gonna do is put in another summon collector. I would love to put in another pond. I'm probably gonna put the next one here, or actually I'm probably gonna put the next one here, but for now we're gonna do it like this and roll with it. I've got 11 light shards left, and that should be enough, selling just purple sweet, to get our gasoline, get our light shard production going. One thing I want to go over very quickly, the plan, the layout. Okay, this dark matter crystal produces passive dark matter, like the river produces passive water, right? So it produces 4, 3, 2, 1. So if we come here, go to shop, click on industrial, and scroll down to dark converter. Dark converter is our refinery, just like in Townstar. So you can see it needs 2 dark matter, right? So that means I can put this anywhere in the 2 passive range and it'll give me the dark matter that I need. Next to that is our generator, which is our power plant in Townstar. Click on that and you can see also it only needs 2 dark matter to make passive energy. So you'll have infinite energy and infinite power, and unlimited power, and unlimited light matter, which is for us petroleum. So if you've ever played Townstar and you've been on a desert and you've used the oil seep before, you'll know that you can have unlimited energy and unlimited petroleum. Oh, great sound effect, thank you. So the plan's going to be, we'll put roads here, 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 and here. I'm thinking we'll put 4 roads here. And what we'll do is put, well, let's see, where else can we put it? This would be 2, because this is, so diagonal it goes 4, 2, 0. 4, 2, 0. 4, 2, 0, right? So basically, I want to have one power plant or generator and one refinery or dark matter condenser. I always forget what the heck it's called. Dark converter in that 2 range. So what we want to do is really skirt everything as far over as we can. I don't want to have to demo this, but I will if I have to. But essentially, this, we'll put a dark converter here, power plant here, or generator here, dark converter, generator. Now, I say that's the old Townstar way of doing things. The way we have to do it now, because the big difference that off the bat, this dark converter, which is a refinery in Townstar, only needs 1 water drum in Townstar. In Moonville, it needs 2 water drums. 2 water drums. So light shard is your gasoline, right? Normally in Townstar, that needs 2 water drums. In this case, orbs. Well, in Moonville, your petroleum actually needs 2 orbs as well. So that means we're actually going to change our layout to more of a square pattern. I've got that. Basically, what we're going to do is something like power plant, refinery, power plant, refinery, power plant, refinery. That's still in the 2 range, right? No, that's in the 4, 3, 2. That should be in the 2 range. I'll have to look, but basically we're gonna have to make a square instead of a straight line. But we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll pull it up on Cool Whip, which is the website I use for Townstar. But we'll be able to figure it out from there. But this is built. We've got 4 Sunwind collectors rolling now. I will be back when the next sale goes through. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're about to make that next sale, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because now that I got all that cash, I don't have enough for a pond. I don't want to put a pond, so I think we'll hold off on that. What I would like to try and do is stick another farmer in here and see if I can trigger them into doing more work, because I would love it if they did more work. Go ahead and put more wells here. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. What we'll do in the meantime is... we're going to go ahead and go to coolwhip.com. And we'll start working on trying to figure out this build layout. Also, quickly and quietly, I'm going to collect my coin supply. So if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. I'm sorry it's so long. I made a video on coin supply and freebitco.in. It's a way to get some free bitcoins by just clicking or watching ads or letting ads run on your computer while you're not even watching them, which is what I'm doing. And that's what that noise is. I just got 23 coins, which is like 2 or 3 sats. And, you know, I know that doesn't sound like much, but you got to imagine this adds up over time. You know what I mean? Just bit by bit, sat by sat, right? Okay. So, quickly, we're going to click on this, on that, and on this. And let's see if we can trigger more work to be done. We're going to go ahead and put, I went the wrong direction. Here, and we'll put another one here just to see if that kind of helps with our production rates. So fingers crossed. But in the meantime, what we're gonna do, this is a Townstar, but it's basically the same essential layout. So if you look, this would be considered a desert. So I'm going to click on this. Notice where this is the oil seep in Townstar. See where it's at? This would be a north orientation in Townstar, which is what it appears that I am in, as far as the distance of the oil seep from the edge. So you see how these other ones are all off to a corner? So if you look at north, 5 spaces down. If you look right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that's exactly where mine's at. Now, if we look at kind of where they've got stuff, it's different. It's not the exact same, but it's close enough to where we can get an effect out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of squinch this over, and that way I can kind of see, I can see the world. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and oil seeps there, right? So that's basically the dark crystal. We need 2 passive crude oil in this case. So this is crude oil 4, crude oil 2, right? Which crude oil for us is going to be dark matter. So with the new, let's just make it an empty one so I can show you guys real quick. With the new way things are in Moonville, this is how you have to do it. Now, a normal setup for Townstar would look like this. You'd have your pond, and then you would have your 2 pumps, and then you would have power plant, which is generator, and then you'd have refineries like that. Because this refinery is doing your petroleum, which is our light matter in Moonville, and it only needs 1 water drum. So you can see here it only says 1 water drum. But that's not the case for us here in Moonville. So what we would do is put refinery here and refinery here, or the dark converter here and here. That way they're both getting 2. And essentially we would put like this, because this one needs 6 energy, 6 passive energy if we can make it. So this is what we would do with our setup. Now this one's going to have to be a paved road, which is called a highway node in Moonville, and then this can be a regular dirt road. So we can do something like this essentially, but we'll go back and do it on the desert map. Okay, so there's our crude oil. So I need to have at least 1 refinery in the 2, and I want the power plant in the 2 if I can help it. So that would put me putting refinery here and here, and then 1 power plant here in the crude energy. My other option would be to go down with it. So we'd do like this, and I'm not against that. We're just gonna have to demo some more stuff, but we could do that, and then boom, boom. And that would give us, do like that. And put our pond. Get rid of those. Okay. So we do that. I don't have a pond there yet, and that's going to come later. But we can prepare this layout at the very least. So we'd have our 2 roads like that. And then, if you wanted to get really spicy with it, no, you can't. Never mind. You can't get spicy with it because we need those water drums. Alright, so this, and then we'll just put a regular road right here in the middle. Put a road there, and we can do that. So I'm going to prepare for that layout right here. So basically I'm going to demo that, put a road, and then we're going to put the refinery here. Now, in all fairness, I can just demo this because I think it's cheaper. No, they're the same. Okay. Well, they're the same. There we go. So we're going to demo that, and we're going to put down a regular road there. Now, where did my little Cool Whip go? Oh, where can he be? Okay, so that's done, right? Now, what we're going to do, scooch this over so I can click on it when I get done. We're going to have the what? The dark converter here, pond here. No, excuse me, pond here, water pump here. Is that correct? Yeah. Water pump's going to go here. Water pump here. Okay. So that means that pond would go here, other dark converter here, and then a road here. So we're going to put basic roads right here to delineate that information to myself. One thing we have to pay attention though is those dark converters actually cast 4 dirtiness and petroleum. We'll go look at that in a second. So we may have to shift some of the things that we've created over, which is fine. We'll make do with that. But what's important here is that we're going to basically do what we did right here with the sun wind collectors and do that with our turbines. So 2 things are going to happen. One, we're going to put a Mountain Dew. We're going to put a Moon Dew compressor. Notice it doesn't have any proximity effects and it's not affected by anything. So we're going to put that right here because it's going to get 3 water. It's going to get 2 from that and 1 from that. So we're going to go ahead and put us a road there to mark that off so we don't forget. So we're going to put a Moon Dew contractor compressor there, and that'll give us our orbs until we get our pond built. Plan is, in this video, this has already been so super long, we're going to get to where I'm making my own gasoline, and then we'll cut the video off there, and then I'll do another one that starts from that point and goes to fully passive gasoline production. So my point is, you see how they're going to have these 2 guys right here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually the perfect distance away. But if we come to the shop, go to industrial and click on dark converter, you'll see it does 4, 4, and 4 of all the bad things. So basically you don't want anything that grows anywhere near this because it's just going to be affected by it. So 4 instead of 3. So you got to keep that in mind. So thankfully we're good. We'll be able to do like that. Now you say, okay, well, what about the power plant? What about the generator? Well, the generator only does 3. So the fact that it's closer is okay, because if you come here and we, instead of crude oil, we do dirtiness or pollution, you see it all, they all stop right here at this line, which is 1 above that dark converter, dark matter, and then it's clear. So it'll be perfect. That'll work out perfect. So instead of stacking stuff here, because remember those turbines don't like heat, I believe is what it was. Let's check. Turbines don't like, they don't like wind block. So if I put with the refinery, the dark converter there, it's going to wind block it. So we're going to tuck everything into this corner out of the way and we'll be good to go. Do the same kind of layout we did here. We're almost done with selling the purple suite. So what we'll do is put that pond in that I wanted to put in, which is going to up my Moon Dew production. And in doing so, we should be cranking out fairly quickly everything. So you see, I didn't even have to break away for this one. So we'll go ahead and fill this up. And essentially, I'll put a road here, and then those will all be turbines, right? Because road here, 1, 2, 3, road here, 1, 2, 3. So we can put a road there. We've got 9 sails left, so we do have to be. I'm not going to put any more ponds. I'm not going to put any more sun wind collectors because we have to make sure that we get to gas production before we run out of cash. If we run out of cash, then we got to start selling stuff, and then we're just gonna kill everything that we own, right? So hopefully we can. You see, he's not making it, so we're gonna go ahead and stop. We'll do the old Moonwell trick. See if that triggers him to start working again. And hopefully fill up all of our goodies. Alright, so we are going to fast forward to our next Purple Suite production, and I will be back then. Toodles. All right, we made our next sale. We are alive. We're not dead. We've got we've got money. We got things going for us. So I went ahead and put in Cool Whip, kind of put out the layout, what we have here, what we've got going. Got everything with Townstar stuff. But I want you to see I've got all these turbines down here. Most likely we'll use all of those. But the thing we do need to pay attention to is both this orb and the power are going to go into the same building, the Store More Hall. So what we need to do is come to Industrial and look at Store More Hall and see that it has procs effects of 2 airflow block and 2 heat. Now again, the turbines aren't affected by air block, but they are affected by heat. So we want to make sure that we don't put anything too close to where I have them planned out on being. So we're going to go ahead and demo this, put a road, and we'll go ahead and start removing these. Now something else I'm going to do to help myself out is put a I'm going to put another wood a metal yard, metal depot. So we've got storage, 2 times the storage. Okay, so we're going to go ahead back to industrial and we'll go to turbines 24,000. So I'm not going to put more than a couple. I'll put 2 for now. Excuse me, industrial. Put those 2 for now. But now we have some extra storage for our star steel, which will come in handy later when we get to the lumber yard. I'm putting it in a little bit early, but I'm also just we have the cash. We've got 8 sales of purple sweet left. So if you come here, notice I have all these turbines down here. And who's going to get that for us? Well, that's important, but we also need to have somewhere to put it. So like I said, what we'll do is we'll put it right here, because if we do, it's not going to block these guys. Also, I could put my fuel tank here, which I really should move it. It's just going to cost a lot, but ideally I would put the fuel tank here. I'd probably put a spare road here, so that way when I start doing when I change this road over, I don't lose the functionality of my warehouse, or in this case the Store More Hall. So Store More Hall is going to go here, and as you can see I've got dirtiness on, but if we go to shady, you'll see that it's all covered up, right? But what matters is if we look again at dirty, essentially that's the only thing causing dirtiness is this fuel tank, and it's not going to matter. So we'll be able to put that there and it won't be in the way. I just did what? I put a wood shed right here, did I not? So let's go ahead and match that on our map. This is a super handy tool, and on our Townstar autosell script we actually have it embedded in there if any of you've ever played it on Townstar. But yeah, we'll go ahead and speed up and come back in with the next sale. Alright, turbines are just going to be turbining. Back. Alright, so we already made our sale of Purple Sweet. I wasn't paying attention. We have more cash. Now, we got a couple options. I think I'm going to keep building out all of these turbines because this Shards composer is going to cost a lot of money, but I need to put it down by where everything's going to be, because otherwise they're going to have to go super far. But that'll probably be the last thing I do, is put that down there. So I need to make sure I have enough room, money for the other stuff. So we'll go ahead and put more of these in, everywhere that I have room for them to go. And I'm not going to put more than one construction guy because I feel like it messes up when they have more than one. So we'll just leave it with one for now. And another thing we need to see is how much the store more costs. Store more costs 94,000. So maybe after the next sale, we'll put store more in, because that's where these power batteries are going to go, as well as that's where the orbs are going to go. So I'm putting this backup road here again because remember, in the future I'm gonna make this a highway node, a paved road. So pond or moondrops field. We'll have our water pump here and here. No, excuse me, water pump here and here, or what's the terminology again? I gotta squint to see it. Moon dew pump. So water pump, moon dew pump, same thing. Okay, so we can see now, having that pond here, my purple anti-salt has gone through the roof. So that's good. That means once we get gas production going, our next step can be maximizing all of our sun wind collectors that are over here. So we can max that out, put some more ponds over here. The last thing that we're going to have to worry about is getting rid of this, and to get rid of that we need to have 160,000 for that. And then how much are the pumps? 460,000. So that's a lot. We're going to have to, that's almost 100, it's almost a million right there. It's almost a million loons. So that's going to be a lot of sales. That'll come later, but you know, we can keep tweaking and playing with this for now. Again, at the end of the day, if we were using the passive water that we have here, we'd have already been done by now. But because I'm trying to show you the hard way, here we are. So I'll be back after the next sale. You know what I'm saying? Does that work for you guys? It works for me. All right, bye. All right, back in, about to make our next sale. There it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna put a road here, but I need to make sure I've got enough money for my store more haul. So we're gonna go ahead and build that now. That way that's done. So that's 94,000. We can also put. Am I too close? Did I mess up on my? Did I screw this up? Yeah, I did. I did screw it up. Goodness. Goodness me. That's not far enough away. I screwed it up. Okay. So this is correct. I know that. So that means I don't have enough space. It needs to go here. So I gotta move some stuff around here. Go ahead and sell that. Sell all of this. Hey, it happens, alright? It's late. I've been staring at this game for so long, my eyes are going sideways. What does matter is that we are going to have to probably move that wood, the metal storage building. What's the official word? Metal depot. Excuse me, metal depot. We're gonna have to move that most likely because according to this layout, it's now screwed up. Because there should be a gap of 2 between the roads, and there's not. So we'll go ahead, sell that, put a road down here. And then sell that one, finish that one, finish this one, and then we'll do like I originally planned, which is that right, or did I screw that up too? Yeah, that's right. Okay, same level. All right. Just hey, listen, you gotta make sure you keep screwing up enough. Okay. I also demoed what was right here and put a star steel mine there. So our wood is up. Everything's doing well. We're gonna have our dark converter there, so we can remove that. We can go ahead and put store more in now in the correct location. And yeah, that's about all we can do right now. I'm gonna demo a couple of these wells because it's a little extra cash. We've got plenty to demo as needed. Again, I'm good right here with my orbs when I need them, so not that worried about it. But I will be back when cows come home. All right, bye. Alright, we are back, about to make our next sale of Purple Sweet. Out the door it goes. We have 5 light shards left, and we have $190,000. So what do we need to actually start rocking and rolling? Well, we have turbines. We need the compressor, excuse me. That's 97,000. So we can put him in, and also we're going to put a road over here, and we're going to put our workers. So the in Townstar they're called just workers. In Moonville they are called drone hubs. So we're going to put our drone hubs in now, and they are going to go collect the energy for us. I'm going to put 2. I think I have enough cash for 2, and we'll go from there. This is going to be putting those orbs in here, and you always have to fight the balance of water drums and energy, or in this case Moondu orbs and power. You have to make sure that there's always room for some of them. So right now we're gonna just have to monitor it and have to probably manually flush a bunch of times, but what matters at the end of the day is that we are hopefully making Purple Sweet fast enough to get to our next sale, and then after that next sale we'll probably put in our dark converter. We should have enough for that. If we can make it to the next sale, put the dark converter in, and then we can actually just start making what we need to make, making the things. Did I screw this up? I did screw this up. I screwed it up because that's in a different spot. Well, that explains a lot. Okay, so this is in a different spot. Is it? Or am I just crazy? How far over is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So it is further over. Okay. Well, that changes things. Oh boy, Jimmy. Okay. Change of plans. What we're gonna do is push this. I don't want to demo this because I already made it, so I can leave. I mean, I gotta demo it. I have to demo it. Okay. So that changes things. Okay. All right. Let's put the oil seep in its appropriate location, and if we do that, you'll notice that I don't have enough for this refinery, and this refinery is supposed to be my actually, you know what? No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We are good. Watch what we're gonna do. Okay, instead of doing what I did here, we're gonna put it on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna move these power plants over here and take these off. That's it. That's all we gotta do. Now we're good. We're good. We got it. Not a problem. Problem is, yeah, no. He'll get. He has 2 crude. Yeah, that's perfect. That's it. We're good. Because he'll have 2 crude oil, and he'll have 2 crude oil, or he'll have 2 dark matter. So they both have the dark matter they need to do everything passively. So we're good. We're good. Okay. So how do we fix this? I don't want to put the fuel tank too close to these, so fuel tank has to stay on this level. Now, if it were me, I want them to have to walk a far distance, because the light matter is going to be produced much faster than the light shards are going to be. I had another brain fart. So we got enough lumens right now. Okay, loons. We got enough loons. Okay, so we'll do like this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're going to move everything over here to this side now. So this needs to be paved road, remember? Paved road, or highway node. We need to put this here, and then put the warehouse over here. Stormore Hall. Stormore Hall is going to go over here, and that kind of leaves this open. So we can do whatever we want right here. We can put our lumber mill, which is the ingot factory, ingot mill. What is it called? Yeah, ingots crafter. So that's our lumber mill. We can put him right there. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Okay, so to focus, to relook at it, directly below this dark matter is going to be the dark converter. He's going to go right here. Right? Okay. So if that's the case, we can sell this. Technically, we can sell this and sell this. We don't need those. Okay. We do need them here, though. So let's go ahead and put those in. And I do have that woodshed there right now. It's not the end of the world that he's right there. The fuel tank is going to go here. That's all that matters. So I can still put the fuel tank there. And for now, what I can do is just put the warehouse here. Since the warehouse, the Stormore Hall, is just we need to put it down. So let's go ahead and we'll turn him off because we don't need him producing right now. This guy's got Z's. He was showing Z's for some reason. That was weird. These guys are y'all collecting? Yeah, go ahead. Go get your bad self. Anyway, so we're good. We just gotta flip it. Okay. So let's come back when the next sale goes through. All right. Does that work for you? Does it work for you? Works for me. All right. Be back. All right. We are back. I made the sale. So let's go ahead and put store more haul in our warehouse. Put that in. Let that get built. We'll also go ahead and put a couple more turbines down. Some more turbines. And we have room now over here. So this is where the dark converter is going, right? So what's 4 spaces from there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually I can't put one there because it'll actually get affected. So we'd have to put one here. Like just stick to the plan, you know? Just stick to the plan. Stop questioning yourself. You know, that's where the problems come in. You start questioning yourself. All right. Once that's done, we are going to do 2 things. One, we're going to turn this guy back on. And we're going to wait for our next sale. And I'll start putting things in the warehouse. Start putting things in store more haul. I will put a dark converter right here. And he can start making light matter. He will have to bring it all the way over here unless I wait until I get down to my last one, and we're going to sell that, use that money to cover us. But I think we should be good because we need how much money? We need 120,000 plus 150,000. So we need 270,000. So if we make 2 purple sweet sales, that will cover us with those. So after this next sale, if we have enough cash, which we should, we'll put a Shards compressor over here. And then once that one's done, we'll be able to sell it, obviously. But now we should be getting all the things we need. So I will be back once we make that next sale. Okie dokie smoky. Alright, so we should be making that next sale of Purple Sweet, which will bring us down to 3 light shards. We've got 3 left, which means we're going to have just enough cash to do what we need to do. So we're going to go ahead and put in our dark converter, which is right here. This is our refinery. Hopefully that gets built in a quick fashion. It leaves us with 88,000 loons to make our next Purple Sweet sale. Now, we have enough right now to start producing light matter. And if we produce 1 light matter, then we can immediately switch him over and make him make light shard, which would give us another light shard, which would give us all the things we need, right? Okay, I'm looking at my build here. What did I screw up? I screwed something up. I didn't scoot everything over enough. That's what I didn't do. I didn't scoot everything over enough. God, did don't. That's why we can't have nice things. I built all this in the wrong spot. Because everything's going over 1. Okay. Not the end of the world. We're going to make it work, but I need to make sure I put the fuel tank in the right spot. The fuel tank needs to go here. Now, I can make this work by putting putting the highway node here and here, and that would work. So we're not like completely screwed. I'm not going to rebuild any of this. It's just going to stay the way it is for now. But once we get tomorrow some breathing room, we'll come back in, hit it full force. But essentially, for those of you that don't want to wait for the next video, what's going to happen is once we are producing our own light shards, which will require another dark converter here, we're gonna maximize this and this, so we're producing purple sweets fast. And once we're producing purple sweets fast, we will use that money to put a moon drop field right here, put 2 of the moon drop pumps here, and then put power plants here and here. So let's go ahead and turn him on. So we're going to make light matter. So you see how he's already got the 2 dark matter? He's getting the 2 dark matter because of this dark matter crystal. So he's getting it automatically. Now we're going to go ahead and delineate this and this so that we know that's where that's going to go in the future. But for right now, this will get us functioning. And as long as I turn some sort of auto cell on, whatever I'm making too much of, for in this case, I'd be making too much energy compared to my water orbs, my Moondew orbs. I would put an auto cell feature that sells the power batteries when it gets to like 15, let's say, or 16 or 17, something like that, which would give the orbs room to play. But I'm also going to put the same thing on the orbs because I don't want to have too much orbs and not enough batteries. If I have that failsafe in there, I can leave this and let it run, and I'll be good to go. So what we are going to do, once we get our gas going, we'll put those fail safes in, so that way we're covered. I also realistically probably need another worker, but he seems to be holding his own for now. But once we have this other dark converter here and it needs more, then we will be kind of at our limit there. But essentially we're going to let him make light matter. Keep making light matter. If you're curious what light matter sells for, light matter sells for 32,000 loons, which is not that much, so it's really not worth selling. Unless you just have a copious amount of them, right? Which that's another auto cell butt cover I can put in when we get to that point, which will be in fairly decent amount of time. So we will be back when the moon don't shine. You know what I'm saying? We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Bear with me. We're getting there. All right. We just made our next sale. Now, what we're going to do is something a little bit counterintuitive. We're going to go ahead and put another Sunwind collector in. Now, why? Well, I'm making my own gasoline now, so I want to kind of speed that process up. So by making that, we're going to help speed that process up. Am I getting really close to with my monies? Yes, I am. That's my last light matter that I made. So once this dark converter is done making a light shard, we're going to switch him back to light matter and have him fill a couple more up. But what we will do after our next sale is go ahead and put in the fuel tank. Go ahead and put the Shards composer, put that in, so that way he doesn't have to walk all the way over there, which will allow us to demo this, which will allow us to get that 112,000 back. And then we're right there. We'll put the other dark converter in, and we'll check our balances. We'll put our fail safes in. Add another couple workers, right? Do all that kind of stuff. So we'll do that. All right, that is done, and we'll go ahead and turn him on. So it is making our minute rate go up, but now we should be producing purple sweet a little bit faster. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, next sale done. It's just in the nick of time. I had to sell a couple wells to make up for it, which is all right. We're gonna go ahead and put down. We got two options. We can put down. Let's do the smart option, and we'll put down the condenser because it's cheaper. Or the converter, excuse me. We'll put the converter down because it's cheaper. So we'll put that down, and then we'll have one dark converter doing light matter and one doing light shards. That's it. We get that there. What I'll do next, after we put that here, we'll go ahead and put another store more hall. We'll put in the store more hall here. That way we have extra space, because I don't want. What happened earlier was there was only one orb, and it wouldn't. He wouldn't go grab the orb. So once we're producing gasoline and they're not marching all the way over there, we will be able to put our auto cell in there, which is going to keep them from overflowing or not having enough. So I will be back after the next sale, which should hopefully be soon enough. All right, we're back. We just made our next sale. And is it going to be enough to get us a fuel tank? I don't think so. I think we would run out of cash, so I don't want to push it. So I will wait until the next sale. Well, I take that back, because we can, if we put it down and I start putting stuff in it, I can demo that one. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and build it, and then we'll demo we'll demo that one as soon as we can put something in this one. So we should be good. All right. I guess we'll see what happens here, huh? Let's see if he builds it running low on our purple anti-salt, which is interesting. I guess I should have expected that, but here we are. How many more star steel? Come on, give it to me. I need it to open up so I can put something in there. Just let me put something in there, please. Please let me put something in there, please. I can always put another orb right here as well. If I see that my orbs are slacking, we can make that amendment. I need one more star steel. Let's go, construction guy. this is done. Now, can you put something in there, please? Yes. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and demo this now that that's up and we have enough cash. So what I can do is put a road here, and we put another compressor, another Moondew compressor. That way we've got more orbs coming our way, since clearly that one isn't really cutting the mustard. You know what I'm saying? And it's 97,000, so I'm kind of hesitant to put it down right now. You know what I mean? Because I don't need it. I do want to put that other warehouse here, store more. And how much is store more again? Store more is 94. Yeah, so both of those are kind of out of the price range of what I want to spend this exact second, but after our next sweet sale, I'll probably put them down. So we will be back in a little bit. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We're basically done. We're producing our own gasoline, but I want to make sure I go over how to make sure everything's safe and well protected. All right, so shall be back. All right. Excuse me. We're back in it. We just made our next sale. So I'm going to go ahead and put a Moondew compressor in because I want to make sure I get my orbs up. I don't want them fighting for orbs, which I know that excuse me, I know they will be, but we're going to make do. So really the next kind of goals are going to be making sure everything's passively watered crops wise, and put a couple more workers in, which I'm about to do, and another drone hub, and yeah, we just want them. We're gonna put that other store more in as well. And that's the plan, right? Do I have enough for that? I'd probably do, but I'll probably just hold off. Make sure we got enough of the cash monies. Looking at what's going on with my orbs, I most likely will put another one in as well. Put one more in, so that way, because I'm gonna start cranking out energy. Right. Once I put some more workers over here, I'm gonna be cranking energy. So I'm getting 3 water here, 3 Moondews here. Excuse me. So I can put a road here, and then we can put another. We can put the compressor there. So that'll give us some more orbs, which will be nice. And yeah, we will survive slowly but surely. After this next sale, we will put in one more compressor, and then put some. You know, we'll put those workers in after the compressor. But essentially, we want to see we want to see it rolling, right? We want to see energy flowing in. And then last thing we'll probably do is put the store more in, and then once we've got 40 storage for our energy and orbs, we'll go ahead and set our auto cell to cover our butts to make sure we're good. And then from there, we would start making this a little bit nicer, put some more rivers, more ponds in, so that we can grow as much as we need to. Again, remember, I have to stay 4 tiles away from these bad mamma jammas. Okay, so that's kind of my safety. This is my safety net right here. So I could put the ponds here if I wanted to. I could do that. And I have a safety net up here. I can't come in, so we can have all our crops and everything in here, kind of in this safety zone, and stack up this. That's pretty much the plan. Stack that up. So we'll be back after the next sale and go from there. Almost done. I mean, we're done basically, but we're finishing up. Okay, we're back. 222,000. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and put Mr. Storemore in. 94,000 right there. And essentially we are running low on our purple anti-salt. So a couple things we can do here. We're going to go ahead and add back in wells here and here and here, and then we'll go ahead and add in another farmer and put in another anti-salt, and hopefully that will be enough to do what we need. I don't want to throw the farmers out of balance, the botanists out of balance, but I might very well do that. You know how picky they are about whether they work or not. But let's see if we can get the Bob the Builder going. Get that going, we'll be all right. So, oh, come on, Big Daddy, put it in there. Put it in there. Give me that space steel. Let's go. Star steel. All right. Store more haul is done. Yes. Okay. So let's just go ahead and assume this is going to work. Obviously, I would just put another pond here, and that's kind of the plan. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I will, obviously, at some point in the future. But for now, we just want to proof of concept here. This is what you need to get to self-sustaining fuel, also known as light shards. So once again, light shards are your fuel source here in Moonville. Same thing as gasoline was in Townstar. So you get two dark converters, which are the refineries from Townstar. One is doing light matter, which is petroleum. The other one is doing gasoline, which is light shards. They both need 2 orbs, right? But one needs 6 power and one needs 2 power. So you want to make sure you keep that power fully stocked like I'm doing. And that's the other reason why my orbs are lacking a little bit. So we are going to put another compressor after we make our next sale of sweets. So botanist is up. Let's see if he goes to work and stays to work. That would be nice if he did. Be super nice if he did. But yeah, we'll be back after the next sweet sale. We're there. We're wrapping it up, ladies and gentlemen. Wrapping it up. All right, back in it. About to make that next sale, and it goes through like butter. There we go, 191,000. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put our compressor in. So now we know we'll have enough orbs. We've got plenty of energy. As you can tell, we've got 28 energy. But we'll go ahead and just to cover our butts, not a constructor. No, I don't want that. Let's put not a constructor. We're going to put a drone hub in. And now that we have enough light shards, we have enough fuel, right? What we're going to do is we're going to come into our auto sell. So we're going to click on our trade depot, click on trade, come up here to auto sell. Now, what I want is Moondew orbs. So I'm going to click on it, and I want it to auto sell if it gets to 25. So if I want it to sell when I have 25 orbs, I put my keep amount at 15. Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing for power. I'm going to click on power, and I'm going to go up to 15, which means that it will sell when it gets to 25. Okay, so that covers my butt on those two not overfilling each other, right? And the other thing I want to do is, in case I have too much light matter, I'm going to put light matter as an auto cell. And I will put that at 11. Because I want to keep at least one so I can make another light shard. Same thing with light shard. I'm going to click on light shard. When you click on it a couple times because it doesn't always go through right away. Click on light shards, and what we're going to do is put light shards at 26. Okay? So what that means is when it gets to 36, it's going to sell. Okay? So now my auto cell is all set up. It's ready to go. My butt's covered. Everything I could possibly need, other than some kind of bug that I can't foresee, all of that's taken care of. All my auto cell is done, which is important, right? Okay, so I've got energy, I've got light shards, I've got everything. We are making our own fuel now. We are self-sustaining big boys and girls here. I can go ahead and put another turbine in if I really wanted to. I don't need to, but I can. You see my orbs are now my orbs are kicking, you see? Now I'm making all the orbs. Now, our next bet is going to most likely be to put another pond in. Maybe right here. Yeah. Or we can put some down here. We got options. We got options. Realistically, I should probably put it over here, if I'm being honest. Probably put it over here. Probably put it over here. I don't want to put it here because I'm going to get that one passive water from the river. I don't want to use that. So if I put one here and here, that would kind of cover me for what I need in this corner, right? Even if I just put one here, that would give me some passive water that I don't have right now, which would be a positive thing, right? Right here I got 5 water. 5 dewdrops. Moondrops. 5 moondrops. Right? Or 5 moon dew, excuse me. So if I put one there, that wouldn't do it. I'm at a diagonal. Damn. Okay, we're gonna have to rethink it, but we're gonna put another pond somewhere. But yeah, right as of right now, we're done with gasoline production. I am making my own gasoline. I've got my fail safes in. You can see my orbs are now skyrocketing. I'm now making plenty of orbs. So if that's the case, realistically, I need to put some more turbines in because I want to make sure that they are always working. I can put in. See, I've got 3 workers and one of them sleeping. That's because I don't have enough work for them to do, right? So, how do we get more work? We make more work appear, right? So, let's go ahead and that'll be our next purple suite, as will that one. So we're getting there. But I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. I'm gonna fast forward until I'm done and I'm about to shut the video off. Okay, so it'll be a while before you see me again, possibly. All right, and that's it. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, hey, I'm back in. Popped an error. We're going to refresh and see what happens. Realistically, I can probably, if the base is still there and it survived, we can go over where I was at and we'll shut it down. And pick up tomorrow. Oh, we're good. We're good. Oh, we're good. We're so good. Oh, we're good. Whew. Okay, I was worried. Okay, so I'm building this here so that I can put another anti-salt, purple anti-salt here. Other than that, you know, realistically, where we're at right now is where we're going to be when I pick up, and what that's going to be is just accumulating enough cash to put the moondrops here, the pumps here, and then power plant here and here. That's the goal. So that's going to be a lot of cash, several million. So we'll pick up on that tomorrow and go over that. But where we're at right now, you know, it's a functioning build. So I just had a sale go through and I didn't get the cash for it. Interesting. Okay, well, let's refresh because I need that cash. So okay, we're back right back where we started. Okay, auto sell go through. Okay, now we got the cash. Now we're good. I ain't worried about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and configure this again one more time. Bring it back down. Bring it back down to earth. Alright, so essentially we've got our gas production there, and then we've got our energy produced here. We've got our orbs here. We've got our steel, star steel here. We've got our purple anti-salt here. And our sunwind collectors over here making all the things. So we're gonna go ahead and throw one more of these in there. Why not? Why not? Why not? We got money. Alright, last one here. We're gonna pop another anti-salt here. But yeah, this is what, when we pick up tomorrow, I will be right back here, just making sales, and yeah, hopefully this is gonna bump up our anti-salt amount. And I don't think I have enough cash to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it. I'm gonna make sure I don't lose my build, you know. You know what I'm saying? So. Alright, so in summation, if you made this far, thank you for watching. I'm hoping that this will help you. I know how it was when I started with Townstar, and it was super confusing, and I looked for videos and I couldn't find any. I'm going to try and edit this and get it out this Sunday morning right now. I'm going to try and get it out today, so Sunday you'll have it. I'll do part 2 tonight. Where we get to fully passive fuel production with the light shards, using generators and the pumps. Are they called? What's the official title? Because you know I can't. Moondew pump. So we're gonna have 2 Moondew pumps, 2 generators, and we won't have to have any of these turbines or any of these workers. Actually, at that point, we'll be able to get rid of all these guys, and then we can just expand out all of our money making and just go crazy. So we'll do that tomorrow. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Discord's the easiest way to get a hold of me. The link to my personal Discord server is there below, as well as my Discord name if you want to message me there. I've got Patreon and YouTube membership, and if you want to help me, I would appreciate it, but I don't expect that of anyone, so thank you. If you would like to help, I would appreciate it. I still love all of you, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this has been helpful. It has been a roller coaster, to say the least, and you know, I enjoyed it though. I may seem tired because I am tired, but I enjoyed this. So I am liking Warlord, the stash. I love you all. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.